So, what are you doing? What are you doing here, protesting outside the East Area Committee?
Oh, basically, my name's Ozzy. I'm the London Eastern Engineering and Manufacturing Sector Chair for. I live in Cambridge as well. I live down the road, and this is my local councillors meeting today. And we've been campaigning for the last 15 months, or pretty longer actually, for three things: build council housing, rent controls now, and scrap the right to buy. Okay. As part of the devolution deal, the government's allocated £70 million to the Cambridge City Council to build council housing within the city limits. This is a huge victory for us. But do you think we're going to stop after we've got that? No, we're going to carry on going until there are diggers digging holes in the ground. Okay, our councillors are some of them all right, some of them less so good, but we're going to keep the pressure up until we actually start seeing holes dug in the ground and council houses being built, because Cambridge desperately needs council housing and the city is unaffordable.
Specifically in the East Area?
Yes. No, we don't want them on the outskirts. We want them where the facilities are, so people feel immediately part of the community.
And is there anything what you're asking the councillors to do today, or are you just making them aware that you're continuing to campaign?
Oh, I think my question will be sort of vague. It's like a softball sort of thing, you know. How would you like an easy question to answer?
Well, because actually we've got Lewis Herbert here. He's actually done a really good job negotiating with central government. He's got the money.
I've been meeting with Lewis for the past 15 months. We've been applying the pressure, and the paper has got on side with the demonstration that we actually moved the political agenda from there to there. We shut the NIMBYs up, and we said we need council housing, and the agenda moved. We moved the agenda, and they took the fight to central government. They didn't back down. They did their part. They did it very well.
And you know, central government have said it's conditional on having a mayor for Peterborough and Cambridgeshire. Does that matter to you? Do you care, or do you just care about the money for council housing?
Both. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I don't want an elected mayor for Cambridge and Peterborough. It's called legal.
But you're not going to reject this money on that basis.
No, this carrot is so big and so tasty. I'm going to munch it down. Okay. I don't care if we're campaigning against Andrew Lansley becoming mayor of East Anglia for the next 15 years, but we will build council housing first because Cambridge needs it.
I'll listen to you inside again. Thanks, Ozzy. Cheers.
Which leaves our final question to Andrew Osborne.
I'm going to start up front for dramatic effect. Hey, Richard, am I on the frame yet? Excellent work. Hi, my name is Andrew Osborne. I'm a senior Unite local representative, first-time speaker, long-time protester. I'd like to thank Lewis and the City Council for their wonderful actions in getting £70 million quid off the central government for council housing. Personally, held out for £100,000, £100 million or whatever, but hey, who cares? I do urge the City Council to take the juicy carrot that we're being offered to have the idiot elected mayor forced upon us, but that's by the by. And I'd like to ask Lewis when we're going to start building council housing.
Well, first of all, we've got a summer consultation about the principle of devolution, but probably as important, more important, is the question about, well, who's going to be the housing minister, who's going to be the prime minister then. So we have to seek confirmation that the deal is the deal that we've been offered. As proposed, we've got the freedom to use that 70 million, which is a significant freedom. We do have several schemes that my close colleague Councillor Price was ready to start. So there are several projects that we would be able to get moving fairly quickly. I can think of Anstey Way, I can think of a number of other small sites in the city. Bigger sites include sites like Mill Road Depot and the choices that the council's got to make there, and a couple of other sites. So we know that we have the sites, we know that this money will enable us, providing we don't get any red tape, to build 500 plus homes within 5 years. So we are determined to start. It will be not all of them at the same time, Ozzy, but there will be a bunch of them fairly early, and then there'll be schemes like Mill Road Depot. We still have a workforce there.
Yes.
So there's still on a couple of these sites quite a lot of work to do to be able to do it. But that will tackle a quarter of our current housing needs register list. So it's a significant change in the number of people who are either poorly housed or homeless. And a significant reduction. And we won't rub it in, but it is completely contrary to all of the other changes that we've been suffering on housing in the last few years.
Okay, I've seen a hand there, but first of all, can I just see if anyone else wishes to make a comment on that from the council? Okay, so if we could pass the mic back for a supplementary question on that, if that's okay.
He always has a PA.
We will let you have a point, we'll let you have a return anyway.
I bought my own just in case. Yeah, don't laugh at me. Yeah, I'd like to thank Lewis for his comments, and I totally agree with you, and I just urge you to build as soon as possible. And just speaking with my official Unite hat on, people would have thought we'd have stopped protesting when we actually got the result to actually get the money from the central government for council housing. That's entirely far from the case, and we will be hassling you and harrying you until we start seeing holes dug in the ground and bricks laid upon brick, because we desperately need these council housing in Cambridge. And I'd urge the East Area Committee to accept as many as they can within the boundaries of the East Area, specifically the Mill Road Depot, because Mill Road is becoming far too gentrified for my liking. A lot of my mates I used to drink with down the pubs now being forced out of the city, and it's because of the house prices, rental prices and stuff like that. And basically I want to bring the tribe home. Thank you very much.
Okay, if we could now pass one of those mics back to the other hand, and then I'll come back to you, Councillor Herbert, in just a moment. Just a moment.
Just very briefly to say that...
Councillor Herbert, can we have the question first, and then I'll come back to you? I will give you that response.
You are a very good chair. I like the way you do this.
Hi, Ian Rawls here. With regards to council housing, can we just have assurances that this is actually social housing we're talking about, not the usual cop-out of affordable housing?
Talk about council housing.
This is actual social housing, affordable by people on average to minimum wage in Cambridge.
Councillor Herbert.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. You'll be chairing Labour Group, and that's an even stronger challenge. I'd just like to assure you, Mr. Rolls, that that is exactly what it's for.
Fantastic.
So clearly that means that it's not cheap, because we have to therefore operate it at social rents. But the point that we will make to government, and we welcome the campaign and the support that Unite Community Branch and others have given in this, and also the determination of Labour Group that this should be achieved. This will be social rent council housing, and the benefit is that, unlike, say, shared ownership, which only gets one offering and then it's gone, this housing will be there for good. It will be earning rents, it will be making the HRA more effective, and it will also enable us through the rents to build some more council housing with that money in the future.
Thank you.